Is it paining the DSS officials that maybe Nnamdi Kanu will soon leave their facilities? Because I do not see any reason why DSS officials will be attacking Nnamdi Kanu. I heard about this thing the last time he went to court, that when he came back from the court, entering his, whether we call it room where he's staying, one of the DSS officials started attacking him and kicking him. So I think this sends message to a lot of people, because many people are thinking that Nnamdi Kanu is being tried because of he committed something. No. The anger that people have against Nnamdi Kanu, if they start explaining it to you, you will not even understand where it begins. Down to the issue of insecurity happening in Nigeria, how Nnamdi Kanu exposed a lot of things, down to the political influence in the southeast, where he overshadows, his fellow, I will not say fellow politician, he's not a politician, but fellow Igbo people who say they are political ended, that don't want him to come out. And a lot of dimensions to this now. About 2 hours ago, Barrister Maxwell Opara posted a video, and he said, I went to visit Nazi Nnamdi Kanu this afternoon at the DSS with few other colleagues, and he narrated to us how the DSS officials attacked him in front of his cell room when he came from court on Friday, and stating that he has not been happy since then, though we try to encourage him to be strong as he has always been. This is the reason why we have been demanding that the court should order for his transfer to the correctional center, especially now that he is preparing to open up his defense in court. Take a listen.
Today is Saturday, 25th day of October 2025. I just came out from DSS now with some of my colleagues where we went to see Nazi Nnamdi Kanu. So, and as you can see, we are no longer representing him in this ongoing trial, but on some other matters that for him and which we are handling both in Court of Appeal, in Federal High Court, and in some other courts. So those ones we are handling for him. So he told us this afternoon that when after the sitting on Friday, he was brought back to DSSS. So reaching there, one DSS officer attacked him. One DSS officer attacked him. That's what he told us. So, and we said, okay, since it's like this, there's every need for him to draw attention to that incident to the court on Monday, when the matter will come up for a hearing. So you should let the court know, because we have consistently applied that he should be remanded at a correctional center, where he will have an adequate time and conducive environment to prepare his defense. Now that the court went to the DSS and they attacked him, and he has been mentally tortured, he was sad, and this is somebody who wants to go and enter trial, enter defense on Monday. So just to update you people, and we have also told him what to inform the court about it. So that is the update. Thank you and God bless
you. Just imagine, this is a terrible something, and I think it is condemnable. However, what do these DSS officials even want? You are benefiting 500 million naira from the head of Nnamdi Kanu. Anytime you take him to court, you get 500 million naira from the government. I know that this money will be shared among top officials of the DSS, but I don't know how rich is Nigeria for them to even be spending all this money just because of one person. When Omoyele Sowore first made this statement, a lot of people said, this money is too much. But at the end, we confirmed that he is saying the truth. Just imagine. So on the issue of, Nnamdi Kanu's trial detention, I've made up my mind, this thing is not going to be forever. Okay? They want to convict this man. This man has spent so many years in detention. If you leave him like that, he will start suing us and so on and so forth. So they made up their mind that they are going to convict this man. But how to convict him is what is difficult for them, to be able to make sure that they bring up so many things like accelerated hearing for his defense, do this, do that. They will not give him a very good condition or environment to set up his defense with his lawyers, because of all those things. Nnamdi Kanu has made up his mind that if I'm still in DSS detention, want me to open defense, what is my lawyer going to defend? Because anything I'm going to tell my lawyer, the DSS will listen to it, because secret cameras are all around the house in the DSS custody there. So Nnamdi Kanu, after looking into that, and said, my lawyers, you can start handling other cases in the appeal court and other places. Let me handle this one by myself. And do you understand? You see, Nnamdi Kanu's detention is not going to be forever. Okay, very soon he will be free. But when right from the day Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped up to this point, take note and learn the lessons. You see this life. A lot of people who are around you, a lot of people whom you know, in the time of trial, they might not always be there for you. Some of them will even work against you. Someone like Ojo Kanu, the pressure Nnamdi Kanu put when Ojo Kanu was detained is one of the reasons people started looking into it. Let it not be like, hey, tribal issue or this or that. You understand? But Ojo Kanu is now one of the people who are standing on their ground, saying that Nnamdi Kanu must be convicted. Ojo Kanu understands that when it comes to relevant, this man has expired. When it comes to political, this man has expired. But Ojo Kanu just need to connect to Abuja, need to connect to someone who is the president, so that during an election he will be able to do what he wants to do. Just like what Benjamin Kanu, I have the video when he was saying that I can't be number 6 and my state will be under Labour Party. No matter what it takes. On next election, Abia State will turn to APC. I'm just looking at him. Mortal man. I don't know how human beings, the way we put ourselves, because of power you have today, tomorrow you are no more with it. You are just a deputy speaker. There are so many other people, like in my state, we had deputy senate president in person of Ofi Omoagege during Buhari's administration. Today, he is not holding any office again. Benjamin Kanu, tomorrow you will not have office again. Ojo Kanu, tomorrow you will have no office again. So, how will you feel? Where will you be? How do you want people to look at you after your office? There is nothing that have a beginning that will not have an end. So, even though you people are flexing the power you have, nobody knows tomorrow. We don't even know what is going to happen. Is it not an attempted coup that just happened, that they arrested 16 people and they sack some service chiefs? They are hiding it secretly. Nobody knows tomorrow. You don't even know what is going to happen tomorrow. So, this is just a simple advice. Stop working against your people. Stop working against your brother. Because at the end, if worse comes to worse, it is the same your brothers that will still stand for you. It is the same your brothers that will still stand for you. Stop working against them, because, in fact, I understand all these things very well. I understand it. Even though Nnamdi Kanu is a politician, let me give you an example. Even though Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for Biafra agitation, he's just a politician. And a powerful politician, these people will still gather to kill him. I want to bring you from the angle where this thing is happening. No, it's not just happening because Nnamdi Kanu is looking for Biafra agitation. This man, a man that can just say, tomorrow this thing will happen, everybody will troop out. How did he command this influence? How was he able to influence people? That is what these people could not fathom. Even though Nnamdi Kanu is a politician, is someone who believed that Nigeria would work together, these people will still kill him. The issue of Nnamdi Kanu is very deep. It's very deep. But you know what? Nnamdi Kanu is going to be free. Nnamdi Kanu is going to be free. Whether you like it or not. It is a very severe battle that is taking place. It's going to be free. Conscience of people are hot now. They know that what we have done is bad. We don't know the repercussion tomorrow. But we are still afraid that if this man comes out, we are still in trouble. So if he stays there, we are in trouble. When we release him, we are in trouble. A lot will happen. Is it not 2026 here? A lot will happen. So I rest my case. Let me know what you think about this.
In all these circumstances, has Nnamdi Kanu done anything that is almost 1% of what is going on in the rest of the country? Apart from occasional stops and gyration. Tell me what is happening in the Southeast. In fact, the Southeast might be the most peaceful place, apart from this occasional stuff of people kidnapping one thing or the other. And they do it as a result of, protest on Nnamdi Kanu. There's a pretext to commit crime because Nnamdi Kanu is held. If this was a fairly intelligent government, if they release Nnamdi Kanu today, there will be 95% peace in the Southeast, and that will affect the rest of the country. Of all these governors, only Soludo of Anambra said had gone to DSS once to see him, if I'm not wrong, about a year or 2 years ago. He's gone there to see him, And after that, maybe his colleagues advised him not to get involved. Why are they afraid? The young man is very popular in the Southeast. Let me not extend it to the rest of the country. If Nnamdi Kanu comes out today, Igbos will do 90% of what he tells them to do, to the interest, not just in Igbo interest, but the Nigerian interest. Because what has he spoken about in the past? Mistreatment of his people. And if that is continuous and the rest of the country don't want the Igbos, then let them allow them go. This is the summary of what he's saying. How can you can't be shorter than me and be taller than me at the same time? This is the summary of Nnamdi Kanu's theory. So he didn't start today. Hazurike has done the same thing. There's so many other people. It was the concept of Odumegwu Ojukwu himself. If you don't want your people, then let them go. And as you know, when people talk of let them go, it appears we are packing our luggage and going. Look at the contiguity. Look at Nsukka and Benue. There's no place anybody is going. It's the same country. The same marketing, the same. So much of intermarriages has taken place. All we're saying that there is no governance. The summary is that there is no governance. That's what is causing all the problem. The problem of corruption has become both phenotypically and genotypically specific. That's nothing. It's a genetic problem now. And it is that crisis that government is not even ashamed that they said 139 million Nigerians very poor in a country of plenty. And my president John case to Paris, from there to what is it called, to Dubai. I have never seen a group of people that are shameless. In a country, 774 local governments, I challenge them. Let them tell you where water is running. Where? Water. So people are dying because of waterborne diseases, and they don't care. And it's even more, like I was saying before we started this, if these governors were sons of Ahmadu Bello, or Ekpa Opara, or Azikiwe, or Awolowo, they will say, oh, they had determined their future. They are coming from a position, a background of wealth. But tell me which of these governors not coming from a very poor environment? Most of them, their parents have never been heard of. Most of them, when you hear the history of how they managed to go to secondary school, and finally God bless them, they become governors. So what they are paying back to society is stealing of money. I was telling somebody this morning who confronted me, Dan, what do we do? What do we do? Lead a democratic revolution. I said, I don't have the resources. I can't. I've been in PDP, not even director, because I won't comply with what they said. Yesterday we had a National Reconciliation Committee meeting. Out of 25 members, only 8 were there. So it means that part of those who have joined APC, majority are coming out from PDP. So going to APC, what is the fundamental, reason why you go to? It's because if you're moving from A to B, B must be better than A. So what has APC done that should be exciting to anybody to want to leave PDP? Because PDP has a track record under Obasanjo. There was debt relief that saved millions of lives in this country. Since then, what has happened? 8 years of Muhammadu Buhari was a disaster in this country. I said it on this channel and other channels, even when he was in government. It was a disaster. There was no governance. And this president, when he was campaigning, said he was going to continue from where Buhari stopped. He's now seen the true nature of where Buhari stopped. How beautiful where Buhari stopped is for the rest of the country. Isn't that a tragedy? In 21st century Nigeria, with everything God has given us, we don't know where we are beginning and where. If you don't know where you're starting, how do you know where you're going? And we take it as a matter of routine. Nothing is going. It's in our case, they say, let's leave it for God. So we are the only people God created. If we decide to be foolish, then He will be foolish with us. That is still a battle of the continuation of the Nigerian Civil War. The war has not ended. I think it was on China's TV. They had an interview. Like I said, the day Nnamdi Kanu is released is the end of the Nigerian Civil War. And that will be the day the Southeast starts being integrated into the rest of the country. Look at insecurity everywhere. So is this government enjoying insecurity? That their citizens are being killed? Like you were saying something earlier on. Why are our governors in the South not interested? Because the boy will overwhelm everybody. It will be an MI Opara. You know, the people worship the name Nnamdi Kanu in the Southeast because he represents the summary of their struggle from before the Civil War, and thereafter. That's how they look at him. You know? I have stopped going to court because each time I come to court to join him, both of us start crying. And I feel very emotional about it. You know? He's a very brilliant young man that this government is wasting. Would have been a benefit for the rest of us in this country, but this is where we are. This is where we are.